Hello, welcome straight to Africa, live from the Voice of America studios here in Washington. It's Wednesday, April 27th. I am Shaka Ssali. Today, we'll talk about the walk-to-work protests and the restrictions on freedom of expression in Uganda. Uganda's walk-to-work protests are making headlines, and the Ugandan government is cracking down once again, jailing opposition leaders, intimidating citizens, and tightening its controls over the media and the internet. Uganda's presidential candidate, Kizza Besiyge's actions are considered to be treasonous, at least by the Ugandan head of state. But Uganda's opposition appears determined to protest Museveni's rule. My colleague Paul Sisco has more.
Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni seized power in 1986, taking the capital Kampala after a 5-year guerrilla war. He has ruled the nation ever since and was re-elected in February 2011. The vote, like those previous, was called a sham by opposition groups, and European and African Union election observers say the political playing field favored the incumbent. While Uganda's economy has expanded under Museveni, thanks in part to the discovery of oil, his government is repeatedly described as autocratic and corrupt by opposition leaders, foreign governments, and others. Opposition leader Kizza Besiyge and others have been protesting Mr. Museveni's leadership and high food and fuel prices with walk-to-work demonstrations.
The state fears its citizens because it knows its citizens are unhappy about what they are doing in the government, stealing their money, misusing their money, abusing their rights, while hard-working citizens cannot even have enough to have a meal a day.
The government blames drought, turmoil in the Middle East, and global oil prices for food shortages and prices that are steadily becoming more severe in Uganda. President Museveni is firm.
There will be no demonstration in Kampala. Besiyge will not demonstrate in Kampala. He will not.
Ugandan police say the Kampala protests are illegal, but opposition leaders are continuing the walk-to-work demonstrations. Many have been repeatedly harassed, beaten, and arrested.
What is happening clearly is that we have a regime that is hell-bent on ruling by terror, violating citizens' rights with impunity.
Mr. Besiyge has been jailed, charged with incitement, granted bail, as has several other opposition party members. The United Nations and several human rights groups are condemning security forces for excessive force against demonstrators. At least 5 people have died in the clashes, and dozens have been injured, including several journalists. The Ugandan government says it will punish security officials violating human rights. Media watch groups say press freedom has steadily declined over the last 5 years in Uganda. It has ordered internet providers to block Facebook and Twitter access. Human rights groups, including Amnesty International, are joining the United States in calling on the Ugandan government to respect every citizen's right to demonstrate peacefully. Paul Sisco, VOA News.
Thanks, Paul, for that report.